wouldn't say it's so comfortable where I feel like I can use this bike without my hands on the handlebar. I'm gonna try here. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, better than I thought. Okay. I normally can't do that on a moped style e-bike.
What's up, y'all? So I received probably the best $1,000 moped style e-bike as of 2025. I say that because this bike has a 52 volt, 20 amp hour battery advertised to go like 90 miles to charge. And it has a 2000 watt peak motor advertised to go 38 miles an hour. I mean, and I'm gonna test that out, but if that is true, then that's pretty good for a $1,000 bike. So this bike is the Jasion RetroVolt Pro, and this will be like my 5th bike from Jasion, and so far, believe it or not, Jasion has not missed. Most of their bikes tend to be around $1,000 or less, and I've yet to have a Jasion that I did not like. Some of them might be too short for me, you know what I mean, like the moped style ones. Hopefully this one is not too short. And I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. Not sure what kind of sensor this bike has. Hopefully it has a torque sensor. Usually I can tell once I start riding the bike. This bike weighs 82 pounds. Maximum weight of the rider is 330 pounds. To purchase this e-bike, feel free to use my link and my code in the description below to get a discount. What I'm going to do is unbox this, put it together, go through all of the features. I'm going to go on-road, off-road, because I think it has like all-terrain tires and full suspension. And I'm going to see, is this the best moped style e-bike that's $1,000 that I've ever reviewed on this channel. And I am still doing an e-bike giveaway. When I get to 40,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away an e-bike. You want to be included in this giveaway, you have to be subscribed to the channel. Comment below what type of e-bike you would like, a moped style e-bike like this one, full size, full suspension e-bike, or like a folding bike. Comment below, let me know what kind of e-bike you want, and when I get to 40,000, I might be sending one of y'all the e-bike. I wish I had my brother with me to unbox the bike, but he was busy today, so I'm going to try. So this is what the bike looks like fresh out the box. I would say it was wrapped pretty well. There's a lot of foam around the bike. I do wish they did more to protect the tire, but we'll see. So this is what the bike looks like without the wrapping. It doesn't look like anything was damaged. Looks like what we're going to have to put on is our handlebar, which is already connected via wires there. We're going to have to put our front fender on. We're going to have to put our 20 by 4 inch all-terrain Chaoyang tire on. Chaoyang are my favorite tires on these e-bikes because they are very, very grippy and they're pretty durable too. The bike also came with 2 boxes, so let's see what's in these boxes. Battery charger to charge my 52 volt 20 amp hour battery. Pedals, which are labeled. Some hexagon wrenches and a bag with some wrenches that I can actually use, especially these Allen wrenches. And doesn't look like we have a owner's manual, but we do have a QR code. Get the owner's manual on your phone. Are beefy and pretty standard headlight. So the first thing we're going to do is get our front wheel on. So the alignment was a little off, so we're going to try to make sure this alignment is good. Tighten up this screw, this one here, and then there's another one here at the top. We're going to tighten all of those. So we got this bike put together, only took us about 30 minutes. This bike is just a little larger than your standard, I would say, moped style e-bike. Is about 5 feet 7 inches from wheel to wheel. The handlebar, which is kind of adjustable, but where we have it now is 3 feet 8 inches from the floor. And the seat, again, which is not adjustable, is about 2 feet 9 inches from the floor. And we did take this bike for a test ride. We couldn't help ourselves. That's why the tire is so dirty. But so far, the Chaoyang tires are grippy, but I'm used to them being just a little bit more grippy. But we're going to
continue to try those out on our off-road tests. I do like the style of this e-bike. It does seem like it has a light frame, which makes it kind of easier to handle. Look at that suspension. And I prefer coil suspension over like air suspension. I just think the rebound of the coil suspension is better. But it does look pretty standard coil suspension, but we'll see. Y'all look at this rear suspension. Love the rebound so far. We also have this motorcycle style front fork suspension, but it doesn't look like we can adjust the compression of that suspension. Give y'all a look at this front suspension. We have a nice long moped style seat. It's about 1 feet 10.5 inches long. It's about 6.5 inches wide, and it does seem pretty comfortable. A little on the firm side, but it seems comfortable so far. Looks like we have a footrest if you want to ride with a passenger, but doesn't look like we got the cushion that you can buy separately to go on the back of here to include a passenger. But if we had it, maybe we'll try it out, but we don't have it. So we have your standard Shimano 7 gear shifter. Nice wide handlebars, especially for a moped style e-bike. Handlebars about 2 feet 4.5 inches wide. And looks like we have this kind of standard hard rubbery handlebar grip. Bike did come with a set of keys that you can use to take your battery out. Put the key here, you can lift the battery out that way. But you can charge the battery while it's on the bike. On the other side, this is where you would plug your charger in to charge this battery, and your battery does have an on and off switch. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. We're now going to press and hold the power button so that we can turn our, I think, colorful, but standard, semi-standard display. This display was standard, but this looks like a new version of that standard display. Over here on our panel, if I click this button, that turns my standard but bright headlight on and my rear light on. And that rear light is also a brake light. If I push this over here, that turns my turning signal on the back of my bike, which is pretty noticeable. We also have a horn, moderately loud. We have a twist throttle for throttle only. Look at some of the basic information on my display. My battery life is at the top. Look like we have our trip mileage. If I click the I button on my panel, I will get more information. My odometer, maximum miles per hour, and my average miles per hour. Our pedal assist modes, let's see how many modes we have. I click the plus button over here. Looks like we have 5 different pedal assist modes, and my speed calculator. Pretty sure you can change that from miles per hour to kilometers if you want to. The bike does have advanced settings. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through some of them. And they are on your manual that you get using that QR code. To go into the advanced settings, I'm going to press and hold the plus and the minus button. And to go from one setting to the next, you click plus or minus. If you want to change a setting, then you quickly click the I button. This first one is how bright do we want our display. We're going to keep that at a 3. P04 is how do we want to calculate our speed. Do we want to do miles per hour or kilometers? We're going to keep it at miles per hour. P06 is how many minutes do we want before our bike automatically turns off. We're going to change that from 10 to 15. P07 looks like is our limit speed. And looks like 63 kilometers is the max. P09 is if you want to engage cruise control or not. P09 is if you want to engage cruise control or not. So I'm not seeing anything about pedal assist sensitivity or takeoff speed. So, What you think of the suspension on there? 7. A 7? So Jasion RetroVolt Pro, what are your thoughts?
Jasion, you don't miss.
They ain't miss again, huh?
You don't miss.
Okay.
I do love this bike. Is this the first Jasion moped bike?
No, they sent us another one before.
Oh, I think once again, grippy tires. The bike is fast.
Fast.
Yep. It goes, I think I hit 29 on mode 4.
Sheesh.
I love the twist throttle. I think that this is like your standard moped seat, but it's not bad.
Okay.
I like the style. Like this is a different, unique style to give it kind of like a racer type edge to it. Suspension is okay.
Okay.
Suspension, I would give it like a 7. Just the bike as a whole, I think is fast, sturdy, hits the curve. Suspension is enough to go fast.
What you giving it on a scale from 1 to 10?
8.8.
8.8. Why that point? Okay.
You be
So we're now going to try out these Xiao Yang tires. Going to go through some gravel here. Pretty sure we'll perform well, but let's see. A little slipping actually, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, just a little slipping. Let's go ahead and brake here. Yeah, just a little slipping, but not too bad. But I do think these tires are grippy enough to lean into your turns. That with a moped style e-bike and a wide handlebar does really complement you leaning into your turns. I'm not suggesting that you lean into your turns for your own safety, but if that's what you like to do, I don't feel like I'm gonna slip or fall when I lean on this bike with these tires. I like leaning because I think it gives you more control of your turn, but again, lean at your own leisure. We're now gonna go off-road with some heels, test out the tires, but mainly test out this dual suspension. Yeah, where we go here. All right. Oh man, so far so good. I'm actually a little surprised because the suspension in the front is so standard. Let's keep going. All right, not the best, but it's pretty good. That's why I like coil suspension so much, because I think the suspension in the back is doing the majority of the work regarding absorbing all the cracks on your off-road bike ride here. But the suspension in the front ain't bad. I thought it'd be a lot worse. But this is pretty good. Better than average. Wow, okay. I'm a little surprised here about the suspension, but not bad at all. On a scale from 1 to 10, I actually get a suspension like a, let's see, I give it like an 8.5. Now regarding the pedal assist, again, I can't make any changes to it, but out the box, it's pretty good. It does feel like more of a speed cadence sensor, and I'm saying that because although the pedal assist is pretty perfect in mode 1 through 3, I'm in mode 1 here. Look like I go up to like 9 miles an hour. See how fast? Yeah, like 9 miles an hour. So let's brake and let's switch to mode 3. And let me increase my gears again. But I'm gonna show y'all why I think this is more of a speed, at least it feels like a speed cadence sensor. So it doesn't shoot me out flying, but it does shoot me out a little fast. And as soon as I get to 21, I can ghost pedal a little bit. You see this? So that means it's just trying to get to the max speed, and it's not really taking into account how hard I pedal. So that's what makes me think this is a speed cadence sensor. I like torque sensors better because they take into account your pedal, but it's not so bad where I can't keep up with the motor. Like I can still keep up with the motor here in mode 3 and get a workout in if I want to. So it actually ain't bad in mode 3 either. So let's go ahead and brake here. Good brake, but my rear brake is a little loud. Let's see if I can capture just how loud it is. Go to mode 2, see if I can capture how loud it comes and goes, but yeah, but the brakes are really good. Now I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. This bike with the current seat is a little too low for me. You see my knees coming up a little higher than I would like. But I think if I got like the other additional seat that you can put back here for a passenger, I could scoot back more like this, and then I could do this. Like if I had the additional seat that goes back here, I could do this at my height, which is 5'11", you know what I mean? And for the price, this moped style e-bike is pretty comfortable, really stable. The seat is actually comfortable. I thought it wouldn't be because it seems a little firm, but pretty comfortable so far. Let's see. I wouldn't say it's so comfortable where I feel like I can use this bike without my hands on the handlebar. I'm gonna try here. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, better than I thought. Okay. I normally can't do that on a moped style e-bike that's this wide. So we're now gonna go mode 5, pedal assist. And again, I may be ghost pedaling a little bit, but not a whole lot. You know what I mean? The pedal assist is not that bad, even though it does feel like a speed sensor. All right, so I got up to 28, 27 pretty quickly. 29, 30, 31. I briefly hit 32. So we're not gonna try max speed, throttle only. So I'm not pedaling. Gonna see just how fast we go in mode 5. I got up to 25 miles per hour pretty quickly, but not too fast, you know what I'm saying? 28, 29, 30, smooth ride, going fast though. 31, 32, no, not 32 yet. 31. Okay. 30. 31. Okay. Briefly hit 32, so we'll just say 31 miles per hour, max speed, throttle only. Now I would say I'm not recommending that you use your e-bike and take it in the street because it can be pretty dangerous, especially if you're a reckless driver, you know what I mean? But if you did want to take your e-bike in the street, I would say this is a perfect e-bike for that. It does have some weight to it. Pretty easy to maneuver and control so far. It feels pretty stable. And you have all the bells and whistles you would need in the streets. You know, headlight, rear light, turning signals, the horn, even though the horn is kind of light, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think this is a great bike for street riding if that's what you want to do. And I also think this is a great bike for urban areas because I can go into narrow walkways like I'm on right now. And I think you can easily avoid people and things like you would have in a more urban area. So I do think this is a great bike for urban areas because of that. Very compact, even though it's not like the most compact moped style e-bike that I reviewed on my channel, but it's definitely compact enough and it's very easy to do your turns. We're gonna try max speed, throttle only, up a hill. And this is a pretty steep hill. I say it's like a 35, 40 degree hill, and the hill is on a turn. So we're gonna see how much speed we lose going up this hill. So going into the hill, looks like I'm at around 23, 24 miles per hour going into the hill. All right, almost in the steepest part of the hill, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17. I will say I went from 24 to 17 miles per hour. That's like what, 7 miles, lost 7 miles. The standard is usually 9, so a little bit better than average.
So Jasion RetroVolt Pro. I think it's a decent e-bike for the price. What I like the most about it is the comfort. The seat and the suspension, surprisingly, was really, really good. I think the suspension was so good because of this coil suspension in the back. The front suspension wasn't bad either. I don't know why I thought the suspension would be worse than what it was. One of the few e-bikes that are designed like this where I felt like I could use this e-bike without my hands on the handlebar. I also like the speed. I was able to get up to like 31 miles per hour, 32 really briefly. I do wish you could change the pedal assist sensitivity because it does feel like a speed sensor where, you know, you can ghost pedal sometimes, but it's not too bad. The pedal assist was actually okay. But yeah, I like most things about this bike. I think the most disappointing thing was the battery life. I went on an 11-mile bike ride. I would say I spent 1 mile going max speed, throttle only. I spent 3 miles going max speed, pedal assist. I spent the rest of the time mainly in like mode 3 and 4. And in that 11 miles, I lost 2 out of 3 battery bars. So that's more like 35 to 40 miles to charge. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this bike
an 8. But comment below on what you'll get this bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bike you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.